Chapter 10 Train to Nowhere. We try to be organized around here, the officer said, leading Jude down the hall and stopping at a window, looking into the room where the loudest cries were coming from. A young man in his mid-20s was strapped to a metal chair, stripped of all but a pair of boxer shorts, and drenched in perspiration. It was hard to tell if he was doused intentionally with water or just covered in his own sweat. "It's very easy, pal. Just make me a list. We know you're a leader. Give us a list of names. All this stops. You don't even have to name your own family. Just give me a list of 10 leaders or 20 confirmed Sparrow supporters, and I turn this off." They both eyed the electrical box. As if to emphasize that it was in fact still powered on, the interrogator clicked the terminals together, sending out flashes and spewing sparks all over the young man's legs. The young man took a deep breath and paused when he saw Jude, recognizing him. He cracked a smile, looked at the interrogator, and said dryly, "Sparrows don't make a peep." "So unfortunate," the officer casually remarked over the screams and convulsions of the young man. "Would you like to see more?" "None of this is necessary. You can explain that to General Alvarado. He's waiting for you in his lab. He has fine-tuned his interrogation techniques. I think even you will be impressed, if you survive." Here are some insights. For context, Zack Nolan, who used to be the leader of the Blue Ridge SAC, and he's a good friend of Jude and Zara, he volunteers to surrender to the NADF to see exactly what they're doing with them and where they're taking Sparrow leaders. Jude follows shortly after, but he follows with a tracker implanted in his passport by Chiella so they can see exactly where they're taking them. They take a train that goes to a secret facility, which is an old decommissioned Air National Guard base in what used to be Texas, and it's in the middle of the desert, and they are basically being tortured. They're being tortured for more information, for more Sparrow leaders, because Alvarado is attempting to identify and capture as many as he can, and they figured that out pretty quickly. Now that they figured that out, what are they going to do? They don't have stingers, and even if they did, that's not going to get them out of military confinement. Not even close. But hang on. There are friends coming to help, and between the Sparrows and their friends and some really good strategic planning, there might be some hope for the Sparrow leaders, and they might actually survive. So we'll see what happens. So hang on and stay tuned for Chapter 11.